Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are at Sir Charles Tupper Secondary for the fourth place game of the Vancouver School Championships for senior boys for 2021-2022. Tonight's matchup is the Sir Charles Tupper Tigers versus the Magee Lions. The Tigers lost to Gladstone on Wednesday evening, Magee to King George, who those two teams will be playing in the final tonight. And the end of our doubleheader at 7:30. Just about set for tip-off. Starting for the Tigers tonight will be Bodie Scarborough, Finley Chow White, Jeremy Rowland, number 1, Scarborough's 4. Chow White is number 6, and then we've got the captain, Oscar Hill, at 8, and Silas Hussey, the leading scorer for the Tigers, is number 9. For Magee, we're going to have Jordan Disbury, along with Noah Fung, Aminuk Randawau, Brandon Day, and Harmon Sidhu. Your officials for tonight are Jay Venezuela and Gino Bundy. And I think already we've had a substitution. It appears that Donovan Souls is starting. And here's the tip. Tupper takes the tip. Here comes Rowland. Chow White with the ball into the corner. Hussey takes it to the rim. Skip pass to the corner. Boom. That's a 3 for Chow White. Here come the Lions. Starting their offense. Looks like, scramble for the ball. Steal by Hussey, and he's going right to the rim. And it's a score, 5-0 for the Tigers, 9:22. Quick start for the Tigers. And we've got shot clock wasn't reset. The Sir Charles Tupper is the newest school in the Vancouver school system, opened in 1959. Named after Canada's 6th Prime Minister from Amherst, Nova Scotia. He was also a father of Confederation. Here comes Magee on the wing, top of the nail, drives, kicks to the corner. Donovan Soul with the ball, feeds the big man inside, and it's good. That's number 11, Howard Zhang. And here comes Rowland, and to the rim. Just off but he gets his own rebound. Kicks it out. Here's Hussey. Drives hard. Here comes the captain. Hill drives to the hole. It's off, but he gets his own rebound. And it's a foul. Going to be on Donovan Soul. Number 7. I'm sorry. That's Jordan Disbury. There's Rowland, and fires a 3, and it's good. We're now at 11-3 for the Tigers. Lions advance the ball. Don't think they put that score up yet. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe it's 8-3. Here are the Lions. Off the mark. There's that rebounding machine for the Tigers. Scarborough. So 10-3 is the score with 8:03 to go in the first quarter. Magee cross court, into the big man, in the block. Gets to the paint and lays it in. Been joined by Wilson Wong.
Can I blame traffic?
Blame traffic, absolutely. Maybe there was a protest going on. Was there convoy? Did it hold you up?
No, just, your usual traffic after work.
Yeah. Finley Chow White from the wing. Scarborough fighting for the ball. Where's the call going to be? It's going to be against Scarborough, I believe. Indeed it is. Physical player. A very, very talented rugby player. And here comes Magee.
Rugby season's going to start up soon.
And I think they've
Already
started practicing, yeah. At the nail. Another deuce.
That one, Donovan Souls, we saw him hit a few threes in the semifinal game against King George.
There's Hill, the captain. At the nail.
Magee coming out with the rebound.
Scarborough with a steal. Hill just off the mark. Oh, looks like it's going to be a Tupper ball.
(10-7), one possession game here. 6:49 to go in the first quarter. Winner gets the number 2 seed out of Vancouver into the 3A Sea to Sky Zone Championships.
That is correct. Go.
So Tupper with the ball in white. Hussey, top of the foul line. That's Roldan. Back to Scarborough.
Nice.
Back to Roldan, and he'll draw the foul.
Headed to the line.
Of course, the banner for the Vancouver City Championship will be handed out later tonight at 7:30. Gladstone and King George will be playing for that one as the first shot from Roldan does not go through. Second one in and out, unlucky for him, and Magee gets the rebound. Sadu with the rebound. It's Noah Fung. Souls. Back to Fung. Looking to find some space here. Backdoor pass baseline. Souls across. Debrise inside for Sadu. Back out to the sideline for 3. And that one off the mark. Offensive rebound for the Lions. Fung into the paint. And little runner does not go. Foul on that loose ball. Foul called on Harmon Sadu, 6'4" center in grade 12 for Magee.
Tigers are 11-7 for the season. Oh, sorry, the Lions are 11-7 for the season. Tigers are 16-5.
Now foul right at the top of the three-point circle, half circle.
The Tigers came out on fire, and then all of a sudden there's some cellophane over that rim. They took a 7-0 lead to start the game. Or I should say 7-2.
See if they can break that Magee run here. Pass down to the baseline. Roldan pass back towards center, out of bounds. Turnover for the Tigers. Magee, when they played King George, they were tied 3-3, and then I think the Dragons went on a 16-0 run, because we talked about how close the game was.
Yeah.
And King George kind of broke out on that one. Nice play down low, and the layup is good for Randawa, wearing number 21. Now a travel call on that drive by Hill. And a timeout call by Tupper as the Tigers lead by 1, 10-9.
That second game this evening, I tried to get some looking at the old records, and it looks like it's going to be the first time since 1974 that Gladstone is in the finals of the city championship. And that's right, kids. That's 1974. There's no 2 involved in it. Well, we got the time. I'd like to send thanks to some of the sponsors of the Tupper Nation. I'd like to start with Abby's Sport Shop, the oldest sports shop in Vancouver, opened in 1948. 4774 Main Street for all your sporting needs. That's Abby's Sport Shop.
We're going to come out of this timeout by Tupper, led by Tupper legend James Lum in his first year as the bench boss.
Indeed. Named the top player in the province in his senior year with the Quinn Keast Award. Went on from there his next year to be a Rookie of the Year in Pac West and first team All-Star in Pac West.
Fung on the drive. That one for the lead. Offensive board by the Lions. So they'll reset here. DeBrise has the entry pass tipped away by Hussey from behind. So the Tigers getting the turnover. And then a three-point shot on the way, no good. Rebound secured by Randawa. Fung going to his right. Fung gets his defender in the air, passes back to the wing. Ball entered into the post, stolen by Tupper. It's a 2-on-1 break. Chow White to the hoop and makes the lay-in.
There we go.
Fast break bucket for Tupper as they take a 12-9 lead now. So Magee had a chance to take the lead on that last possession. Fung on the drive, hits the side of the backboard, last touched by Tupper. They'll set the shot clock to 20. Lions looking to inbound. Fung gets the pass. Penetrates, then out to the top of the three-point arc. Back to Fung. Down low. And the ball stolen away. Chow White gets the steal. Moved around to the corner. Hill. Hussey wearing number 9. Back to Hill. Looks to get a screen from Scarborough. To the foul line. Inside. Looked like he lost control there, but got the ball back and made the layup.
Beautiful take by the captain. Oscar Hill. The little brothers on the junior team as well. We have a lot of family members here tonight. Hill's little brother on the junior team. We've got Nick Peterson on the senior team. His big brother True was on that fabled Tupper team a few years ago.
So the Tigers took that timeout and they've scored 4 straight points out of that break. The baseline ball worked around the perimeter. Chow White, shot fake, then penetrates, and layup falls off the rim, and the rebound taken by Magee. Fung for the Lions.
Seeing some intensity by the Tigers defensively. Ooh.
DeBrise. Fung. Short on that 3, and Magee tries to save it, but into the hands of Chow White. Quick outlet pass intercepted by Fung. Still 2 on 3, and Fung will draw the foul on that shot. And subs coming into the game, Dye for Magee and Perry Kular for Tupper.
Kular is one of those players that they're going to be looking for leadership next year when he becomes a senior. Has played his way into the rotation, even though just in grade 11.
Foul shot's good there from Fung, and the Tigers lead by 3. That's a handoff there at the wing.
Hill.
On the drive, and another 2 for Tupper as they score another 2 inside points there from Hill. See if Magee now can break this momentum here by the Tigers. Loose ball pinballing around and finally taken by Kular for Tupper. To the foul line.
Oh.
Defers, and then on the penetration, it's Hill again. 18-11 for Tupper.
They're really slicing through the holes on this zone.
So it had been a 1-point game at the timeout, the last timeout, and now Tupper leads by 7. Ball entered inside and stolen by the Tigers.
That's another grade 11, Dylan Meitner. Hussey pivoting.
Kular. Up top. on the drive. Pull-up jumper in the paint, no good. Scarborough fighting for the rebound, but instead it comes down to Dye. Fung to Dye, wearing number 52 for the Lions. Brise, entry pass stolen. And now a foul on that turnover. I think the refs are going to discuss as to what type of foul they might call, and it's an unsporting foul.
Ooh. Well.
So now Magee will call the timeout before the foul shots are taken. Watching live coverage of the Vancouver City Championships, the senior boys tournament here at Sir Charles Tupper Secondary School. And we are in the third place game, approaching halftime here of the third place game in the 2A, 3A championship tournament. Tupper leading 18-11 over Magee. Last night, Tupper lost to Gladstone and Magee lost to King George. So King George and Gladstone will play the final tonight here at 7:30.
Once again, during this timeout, I'd like to thank one of our sponsors. And it's East West Market, 4169 Main Street. Dave Kwong and his amazing staff have all your grocery needs. For a small grocery store, they do an incredible job at great prices and a vast selection of products. And a real community leader. He donates to every school in the neighborhood, all the here at Tupper. David Livingston, General Brock, General Wolf. A real neighborhood community.
First foul shot there is good for Tupper, leading 19-11. Coming out of that timeout, second shot is good as well. And so for the Tigers, 2 points there from Silas Hussey, wearing number 9. Tigers in white and the Lions in black here. Tigers retaining possession after that trip to the foul line, after that unsporting infraction. And on the layup, no good there from Hussey. The tip-in attempt as well from Hill did not go.
Hussey's the Tigers' leading scorer at 18 points a game, and he averages a double-double with 11 rebounds a game.
Fung looking to go baseline and draws the foul after scoring the bucket. So 3-point play opportunity on the block here for Fung. We are inside the final minute before the break. Fung makes good on that foul shot, so Magee within 2 possessions here, 20-14. They're down by 6. Hill over to the wing, 3-point shot on the way, no good there from Meitner. And Fung for the Lions. Inside handoff, back out to the perimeter, 3-point shot from Sadu Strong. And rebound controlled by Meitner. Now down to the baseline drive, Hussey back out around the corner. Hill just outside the paint, his shot no good. Rebound tipped to Fung. Fung down low, Dye off the underside of the backboard with a pass. And the Tigers will take over possession, 7 seconds to go.
Should be attacking now.
3-point attempt from the sideline, no good. The Tigers, though, will hold a 20-14 lead coming into our quarter break.
Well, not the most beautiful basketball, I'm afraid to say.
But you're a coach. When is it ever
never
beautiful for you?
No. Never. There's always something that could be done better, no doubt about it.
Well, we've got a close game. What are some of the things that maybe you would kind of emphasize if you're Magee's coach?
Well, I mean, they're doing a much better job on the boards tonight than they did last on Wednesday evening. A much better job. That zone's real touch and go. I don't know why they don't break out of it more often. But And this is what, it happens a lot. Some schools, as we mentioned on Wednesday night, King George, I don't know if they know what letter man starts with. They play that 2-3 zone. But again, as I told you on Wednesday night, someone asked me for a scouting report on them, and I said they've never been out of a 2-3 zone ever. And that night they didn't play it once. They played nothing but man-to-man.
Well, the Lions coming out of the timeout will have a chance here to cut into this deficit, but they turn the ball over. And that layup just off the mark there by Kular. Looked like he might have stepped out of bounds, but Tigers will retain possession. 3 ball in the way, strong there from the top of the arc. So the Lions don't pay for that turnover. We'll see if they can take advantage here on their second offensive set of the quarter. Fung has the ball go off of a Tiger. I believe that was Hill. And now Souls will come back in for the Lions. And Dye will inbound for the Lions. Finds Souls. Across the Fung. Lob pass inside and nearly turned over, and now it is Tigers trying to turn that into some quick points. Pass back into the corner. Meitner for 3. It's good from the corner.
This is where the Tigers, Magee must score, keep this under 10, and then the Tigers must score to get it over 10.
Another entry pass is knocked away. It's a 3-on-2 break for the Tigers, but ball is uncontrolled right now. Tigers retain possession.
A little bit of Keystone Cops going on there.
Hussey strong on that 3, and Dye with the rebound. Over to Fung. Early parts of the second quarter, but it's a turnover for Magee. Hill, little jumper inside, so he finds some space and makes it work. Tigers up by 11, 25-14.
The captain showing some leadership out there.
Pass into the corner. Now inside, back to Funk. Quick tip pass down low. And it will be another turnover for Magee. And now Chow White will come back in to replace Hill.
You know, when you talk to me about the coaching, we've just witnessed on 3 occasions in a row the intangibles of Nick Peterson just getting a finger on it, getting it on, breaking up the play, pop it in. He didn't get the steal, but he caused the steal 3 times in a row now.
And now Tupper up by 14, the last 3. Magee inside, layup just rolls off the rim there by Sadu. And Tigers quickening the pace here. Step back jumper from the foul line is good for the Tigers.
That was a really, really nice move.
30-14 now. Very suddenly, Tupper more than doubling Magee. 3-point shot no good from Coles.
Oh, beautiful outlet pass by Chow White. Beautiful.
And a contested layup goes for the Tigers. And another 2 points on the board for Hussey. And this was a 23-14 game. We talked about Magee having that possession. And as you said, trying to keep that gap under 10 points. And then almost right away, Tupper scored 9 in a row.
And the problem with that momentum switch is that it can continue to roll like that. The players get discouraged. They let down a little bit. You can see sometimes in the body language. It's tough. I mean, you know, even though it's high school basketball, there's a certain degree of psychological going on here.
Yep.
And in regard to, this could be your last game of the season.
Right. And we're seeing those situations across the province as the teams, I think most of the teams are generally in playoffs
Yes,
right
indeed.
now.
Well, Coach Lum pointed out something to me that didn't occur to me because I don't pay a whole lot of attention to 4A. But 4A, only 2 teams get to go to provincials. And in the Sea to Sky, there are 4 teams in the top 10. St. George's, VC, Kitsilano, and Handsworth.
That's going to be a tough ending for some very good basketball teams then in 4A.
Well, I referred them to back in the day that the Argyle and Handsworth were number 1 and 2 in the province.
That was Rob Sackray's last year as a high school player.
The year before. Year before, because Handsworth went and Argyle didn't. And then in Rob's senior year, they lost to West Vancouver.
That's right. I apologize for that. That was.
What? You can't remember something from 20 years ago? Come on.
You know what? I think I got it mixed up because I do remember the situation where I think a lot of people were expecting Handsworth in Sackray's last year
absolutely.
to make the provincial.
Oh, it was a huge upset. Huge upset. They even put a stipulation in at the time that, well, here we are talking about some other games while this game's going on. That's what timeouts are for. There's Magee scored.
So they come out of the timeout and they get back on the board offensively. 34-16, they're down. About 6:15 to go. So I think as you talked about it yesterday, there's probably a target you're trying to hit. You're not trying to make it all back, in one go, but there is probably a target in terms of if you're Magee in terms of your deficit and how much you want to be down by before halftime.
Get it down to single digits and then fight your way out.
Ball turned over inside, and it's going to be a layup.
Transition.
Tupper, and it's another 2 points. 39-16, they lead the last 2 coming for Dylan Meitner.
And as I mentioned earlier, the body language, you can just see some of the Magee players. They're just...
I think that the stream of turnovers is really causing them a lot of trouble. I think they weren't necessarily getting punished for it earlier.
Right.
But now, it's hard to keep giving the ball away and have the other team kind of not score.
And as the Lions were doing such a great job on the offensive backboard, and that has stopped.
Yeah. See if they can reset here into the final half of this quarter, and it's Meitner to the hoop, and he's given the Tigers some real big scores here.
And as well, I see Magee, they've gone man-to-man now.
Fung across, and then now it's the Brise. Souls. Fung from the wing for 3. That one looked online, but maybe a bit strong. Offensive rebound by Magee. The Brise with the offensive board. Fung with the layup attempt. And the ball last touched by Tupper.
Referee Gino Bondi with that call. I wasn't sure about that one, but of course, I'm quite a ways away from the play, and I'm very old, so...
You were able to handle this broadcast by yourself earlier.
Well, I lied a lot.
Ball inside. Nice play by Magee as Sadu finishes that possession off with the inside lay-in. Ali, high off the glass and goes down for 2.
Rehan Ali, his big brother was the captain a number of years ago, Zain Ali. An outstanding young player for us and captain.
And Kular will leave the game in place of Oscar Hill. Oscar Hill back in wearing number 8. Fung for Magee, looking to go to his right. The Brise now swung around to Fung. And at the baseline, dives pass intercepted by Chow White. Pardon me, that was Meitner who made the steal, and now offensive chance here for Tupper, and the Tigers score. Hill was in the air, got knocked, and still made that layup, so he draws the foul as well. So subs coming in for Magee, or just the one sub, number 11, Howard Zhang. And Hill completes the three-point play for the Tigers, up 46-18, as they have broken away here in the second quarter. Three-point shot from the corner goes down for Donovan Souls. 46-21, the Tigers still comfortably in the lead. Chow White at the baseline. Three-point shot on the way is good. So Oscar Hill drops in another one. It's 49-21. Ball staying with the Lions.
I think it's safe to say we're probably looking at a century marked in this game.
Well, we're almost halfway there.
Yeah.
Souls.
Lots of time left.
Ball worked inside. Sadu. Back up top. Swung around. Gets the ball back from Souls. Sadu. Playing give and go with Souls. He lets go of a three that does not drop. Hill. Passes the center court line after getting the rebound. And a turnover for the Tigers here. And Magee will take over on this possession. Open three from the left wing, just short. Offensive rebound by Fung. Tries again here. Souls. DeBrise. Bounce pass into the left block. Sadu, couple of post moves. Does not get the shot to go. And looks like he will draw the foul, though, on Scarborough.
I believe that's his second. I think he's indicating that's his third to the coach.
So it looks like that's Peterson will come back in. We did a broadcast earlier this year at the Samura Basketball Invitational, and I believe you gave us a pretty good description of Scarborough via the text.
I mean, yeah. Some people make some references to a feature film.
Semi-pro.
Yes, thank you. So sometimes, you have to reset me.
Certainly in this pandemic, I think everyone needs a reset every once in a while.
And you know, the interesting thing, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is his first year ever playing basketball. I could be mistaken, but I believe that is what he's always been a rugby player.
Wow.
And his schoolmates, big steal there. Teammates convinced him to come try out, and my goodness, he's been a starter the entire year.
Well, Fung with a nice steal and the fast break layup there in transition.
Yeah.
Nice basket for the Lions.
And those are the little things you need now that it's not double. Oh, beautiful pass. Okay, well, we're back up to double the score.
Well, Ali finding Peterson there inside. Nice execution for the Tigers. Fung across court. Souls. DeBrise. Into Sadu. Look to pass instead. Will hand off to Fung. Nice cut, but strong on the layup. Draws the foul.
Minor doesn't foul very often.
Fung's first shot in and out.
I believe he's only had 20 fouls the entire season.
Second shot is good. 51-26, Tupper in the lead. Hill. Shot short. Tries to grab his own rebound, and Magee instead gets it. It's a 2-on-2 break down the floor, and a little miscommunication there between Zhang and DeBrise. So the Tigers getting the ball back. We have 1:04 to go before halftime here in the bronze medal game in the 2A, 3A Vancouver City Championships, the senior boys level. Thanks for joining us on this live stream. No fans certainly are still very desperate to get into the gym to watch games in person. Now
Meitner, another three.
Tigers ahead 54-26 as they execute on that possession. Sadu has the ball knocked out of bounds, and I believe they said Hill kind of knocked it off of Sadu out of bounds. So Hill will set up in the half court here for the Tigers. Chow White, Meitner. Hill again, he's got the headband and will look to run down this shot clock here. Got a 5-second difference between the game and the shot clock.
We should see them attack at 10. There we go.
And it was executed perfectly. Hill takes it to the hoop for two.
They've got to get up. Don't foul. Whatever you do. There we go.
And Magee runs out of time on the last possession, and the Lions will go into the breakdown 56-26 here at Charles Tupper Secondary, as the home team leads in the 2A, 3A bronze medal game here at the Vancouver City Boys Championships.
Just like to take a minute to thank the people that made this all happen here this week at Tupper. Would like to thank Vancouver School Board Athletic Director Harp Sohi for making all of the arrangements to have this happening here. And then, of course, the athletic directors here at Sir Charles Tupper, Paul Hughes and Elisa Wong.
With that, we're going to go into the halftime break, and we'll be back in about 9 minutes here with the second half.
And here we are back in beautiful East Vancouver, mid-Maine.
On a beautiful day outside, too.
Indeed. It's supposed to be that way tomorrow.
Back for second half action. The Tupper Tigers at home, leading Magee 56-26 in the bronze medal game of the Vancouver City Championships. The 2A, 3A Senior Boys Tournament winding down tonight here at Tupper. Championship game coming up. 3A, 2A champions King George and Gladstone. Tupper with the ball right now. They're in white. And a miscommunication there on the end of that play, and it'll be a turnover against the Tigers.
Coming out a little cold from the break. Once again, our officials for this evening are Jay Vinuela and Gino Bonde. Hussey with the steal.
Nice move to get to the hoop and then finish. It's 58-26 for Tupper.
As we mentioned earlier, Hussey averaging a double-double with 18 points a game and 11 rebounds.
A long three drops for Magee. It's Fung wearing number 10 for the Lions. The Tigers trying to respond, and that three off the mark and out of bounds. Magee will enter the ball in the play.
That was a polite way of putting it.
That was a weird play too on the inbound.
Yes, indeed. High school basketball.
The Lions, though, keeping possession, and they will draw the foul on that entry pass.
And that was a quick one by Vinuela.
We'll see what the Lions can do here as they get play underway. Sadu looking at the baseline, then back out to the outside right here for Souls. And guarded by Roldan, and then now his pass intercepted. Roldan gets the outlet pass and makes good on that fast break layup. The assist going to Hussey.
It's the turnovers that are hurting the Lions.
And there's another one for Magee, as you talked about. It's just so hard to keep kind of having to defend.
Yeah, true enough. While Tupper's arms are getting sore from shooting.
That one, lay it.
And Hill kept after it and tipped it out. He's there again. Oh, he and Brody, the Scarborough, fighting for the ball. Lost it for both of them.
Now Magee.
Another turnover. Here comes Hussey with the spin.
Oh wow, that would have been an unusual play as the ball was just knocked loose, and then a third defender coming back, Sadu, nearly actually hit it into his own bucket. See, that's why you come to the games. You might see something you've never seen before.
Well, apparently last night in the NBA, somebody tipped the ball into their own hoop.
No, I think they were just fooling around with the ball at the end of the game, and it actually did something and scored on his own net. I only saw it on Twitter. I didn't see the clip, so.
That's how old I am. I read about it. Twitter? What the heck is that?
I think Twitter is old even for someone like that.
Yeah.
Well, certainly for these kids.
All my kids tell me that Facebook is for grandparents, so we can post pictures of our grandchildren.
Well, that's a
Chow
free
White
ball from Finley Chow White. Almost 3 minutes gone in this third quarter, and it's 65-31 for Tupper as they look to clinch the third place standing here in the 2A, 3A league for Vancouver. Hill across to Chow White. Looks at a long three. That one actually too much on that shot. And the rebound taken by Randawa. Avellino pass across to Fung. DeBrise into Sadu, trying to go up strong. He will draw the foul.
Tigers get a little break there. I thought that was Hussey, but again, we'll talk to my optometrist about that and see what they say.
First foul shot off target for Magee. At the line is Harmon Sadu, one of the two 6'4" players on the roster for the Lions. And a timeout called by Tupper. Looks like 65-32. The Tigers in the lead here. 6:26 to go before the third quarter break.
I'd like to take this opportunity to reach out to another one of our sponsors of the Tupper Nation, Windsor Meats, Meat Men on Main. That's 4110 Main Street. And owner Connor Freeman, who's a third-generation owner. The store opened in 1946 when his grandfather, George, opened it. Then his father took over, and Connor's been the manager for a number of years now. Looking for any specialty meat products or specialty cuts, go to Windsor Meats.
And that's just that stretch of Main Street is just a fun place to hang out, especially on a day like today when it's sunny. There's all sorts of great businesses, coffee shops, and different things, different places you could go into.
Oh, it's fascinating. You've got Hawker's
Delight,
which is considered to be the #1 hole in the wall in Vancouver. It has won that award with the Georgia State a number of occasions. And then you go down the street to the Publisher, and it is regarded as Vancouver's newest, hottest restaurant. And sometimes you would be challenged to understand what in the hell's on the menu.
I think that's intriguing.
Oh, well, no, I wasn't complaining. It's a very high-end restaurant and high quality. I've heard nothing but great things about it.
Well, the Lions in on a 2-on-1 break, and a Roldan getting the block and then actually knocked the ball off of a Magee player. And so the Tigers getting the defensive stop and will get the ball back.
Always enjoyable when the smallest man on the floor has a block.
Into the foul line for the Tigers. Pass fake.
Nice.
And then Roldan gets the pass and nails the three ball from the wing. 68-32 lead for the home team here at Tupper Secondary. Sadu up top. Three ball that time short from the top of the half circle. Avellino missing on that opportunity. So Avellino getting more playing time here in the second half for the Lions. Lions do have a very short bench, so not a lot of options here if they maybe get into foul trouble. Fung. Oh, nice pass fake. Now skip pass inside. Stolen there by Tupper. Ali has the ball after getting that turnover. Hill.
Oh, good take, and it's good.
That's going to, they said no shot.
What?
No basket there for the Tigers. They will instead enter the ball at the end line. Ali. Roldan. Open for three. Coming off the screen, no good. Rebound tipped to Meitner. Hill. Hussey.
Off the nail. Oh, no. Ali. Almost got it.
So the Lions will take over on offense. Avellino looks at a three himself. Almost got the bank shot to go. Roldan comes up with a loose ball. Ali. Pass into the corner, 3-ball on the way. That one rattles home for the Tigers. Another 3 points and they lead 71-32 as Hill makes good on that shot from the corner. Fung, quick entry pass, Sadu trying to find room, going back, and he gets that shot to roll in. Less than 4 minutes to go in this third quarter. Magee down 71-34. They're having to play defense on this possession.
Nice.
Nice cut
Beautiful.
inside, and the lay-in goes for Oscar Hill.
From Hussey. Beautiful pass from Hussey.
Fung getting a screen, going to his left.
Now there's a classic example as a coach that I can complain. If Jeremy Roldan didn't know that there was a screen beside him, he's either blind or I don't. My goodness. He should have got his foot over top of that.
Well, no harm there as Meitner makes good on that 3.
Meitner's like filling up that score sheet tonight.
Just over 3 minutes on the clock in this third quarter. Fung looking to find Sadu. Avellino inside. Randawa, and the ball staying with Magee. So Magee moving the ball around, everyone touching the ball on the possession.
Indeed.
As a couple of players back in for Tupper. That's Kular and Connor Morgan wearing number 2 for the Tigers.
Again, as we mentioned the other night, Mitchell Morgan's little brother. Oh, goodness. Got some quick whistles here.
Mitchell Morgan playing at Trinity Western University in Langley, playing U Sports.
That is correct. And their father played at Trinity Western as well.
And helps coach here, I believe, right, at Tupper?
Yes.
So the family theme very big here at Tupper.
That's correct.
Rebound knocked down to Ali. Ali going for Hill, who makes that layup, and a couple of options there on that break for Tupper.
Oh, there's the steal.
Roldan now.
Oh. Whoa.
Still loose before it's finally controlled by Ali.
It was bumper cars there for a while as they banged back and forth.
3-ball on the way short, and the rebound. Roldan comes and gets it, then drives to the hoop to make the 2-point layup. 80-34, Tupper ahead. Sadu goes right on the turnaround shot, just off the mark, and Hill. Ali. Roldan for 3, gets the bounce off the rim and the glass. Another triple for Tupper, and it's now an 83-34 game for the Tigers. Avellino will try to reply here, but he is off target. And right away down the floor, Morgan. Nice lay-in on the fast break.
We actually have 3 little brothers on the floor. We've got Morgan, we've got Ali, and we've got Roldan as well. Jeremy's big brother, JJ, was a Tiger a few years ago.
Magee will sub Avellino off and then bring in Howard Jang. The first foul shot there from Magee is off. That's Fung at the line. Second opportunity, no good, and now the Tigers will take over. Last rebound going to Kular. .50 seconds to go in the quarter, and the ball out of bounds, last touched by Tupper. Fung going to his right. Trying to create some space. DeBrise from the top of the circle. He's open and makes no mistake on that triple. Believe that's 37 points for Tupper and 85 for 85 for Tupper, 37 for Magee. Tigers going to run down the shot clock here.
Once again, he'll be attacking at 10.
Shot no good. The Lions with the rebound. 3 seconds left. Half-court shot on the way. That one just short by DeBrise, and we will have a break here. 85 to 37 for the Tupper Tigers after 3. We're watching live coverage of the Vancouver City Championships, the senior boys basketball 2A, 3A league being determined today. Tigers of Tupper leading here in the bronze medal game over Magee. And then coming up at 7:30, King George and Gladstone. King George is a AA team, so they will go on to the AA Sea to Sky Championships, the zone qualifier for the provincials, and then Gladstone will be going to that same to a different tournament, the 3A tournament, as the top seed out of Vancouver. The winner of this game, likely to be Tupper, will be the second seed as the playoffs continue here as we head down the road to the LEC and the various provincial championships in Langley coming up next month. And we thank you for joining us here on this webcast. We know all of you are wishing you were in the gym and had the ability to come watch, but of course for safety reasons there can be no spectators allowed here, but we hope that we will be able to enjoy more games with more of you basketball fans in person as we come down to the final few weeks of the basketball season. Magee will have the opening shot of the fourth quarter, and that one rolling out. So the Tigers will set up in their half-court offense. Roldan will take the shot himself and makes the long-range two. It's 87 to 37 for the Tigers. Fung for the Lions. Penetrates and will draw the foul. So the man who's been handling the ball for Magee most of this game makes an assertive drive and will throw up 2 shots at the foul line. The first one goes down. And the second one on the way, and that one is good. Fung makes good on both his foul shots, 87 to 39. Tupper ahead of Magee. Kular, Morgan. Then around to Roldan. Looking to hand off, Kular. Oh, nice spin move inside. Does not get the bounce off the back rim.
Tough bounce.
So the Lions back down the floor. Fung looking inside. Pass stolen by Kular. Or
Ali.
Ali, and then Kular getting the bucket. Sometimes your brain does not keep up with your eyes. Or your mouth doesn't keep up with your brain, whatever it is.
I've been looking for that brain for a while now.
So Tupper making another sub here. That's Eric Ty, wearing number 5, and he'll replace Roldan.
Morgan will be an important piece of the team next year as a grade 11, as well as Kular.
Foul line jump shot there from Kular, no good. Fung, looked like that was a block there from Peterson. And then quick transition down the floor. Morgan into the corner.
Oh.
And it will be Ali into Peterson. Hesitates, finds Kular. 15 on the shot clock. Kular will reset here for the Tigers. Ty looking to get a screen, and instead will fire one up and does not get the bounce. Peterson with the offensive board. Into the corner. One dribble and throws up the shot. Ali makes good on the 2, and the Tigers have 92 on the scoreboard here against Magee. Fung. The Brise baseline entry pass. And that shot, nice finish there by Magee, but a very, very tough shot there by Sadu over the double team. Jumper on the way from Morgan does not go.
That is his specialty, and that is his spot.
Well, Fung went up and I think tried to lay it off for his teammate and could not get that connection to go. So Randawa was the intended target. Fung will take a break here, a man who's done just about everything for this Lions team, so he'll actually get to sit for a bit. Jumper no good from Tupper, and back the other way come the Lions.
It's nice to see the Tigers still crashing the board. That was Nick Peterson went at that backboard as strong.
So Souls enters the ball into Sadu. Then it's Basanovic. Ball knocked away. Tries to get it back, and Morgan strong on that layup. Second opportunity, no good from Kular. And then now ball turned back over to the Tigers as the Magee team looked to break out. Tigers will inbound. It's Peterson in the play for Ali. Kular. And Morgan now looking for the lob pass into Peterson. Peterson finds a cutting tie. Big block there by Sadu. They'll call him for the foul. I think he got the clean block, but I think they're calling him on the body contact.
That's exactly it. When you've got a height advantage like that, oftentimes it's clear that he got nothing but ball, but he also, Ty gave him a little pony back ride there as well.
The Ty makes good on the first foul shot. Second one on the way. That one goes down as well, so Ty getting a couple of points here. From the foul line, it's a 94-41 as Magee will be called for the over and back. Tupper will bring the ball back into play to restart the game. Morgan for 3, that one short, and the rebound, Basanovic retains control here. Sadu. Pass inside, then back out to the wing, Zheng. Souls. Now finding Sadu with the lob. He's double teamed. And then the pass intercepted by Morgan. Morgan down to Kular. Fast break layup for 2 points. It's 96-41 for Tupper.
I don't know if I'm going to get another opportunity, so I'd like to reach out to our last sponsor for the evening, Nick Caligaros Real Estate. Nick lives in the mid-Maine Mount Pleasant area. He went to school here at Tupper. He was a star rugby player and knows, I think, just about every property in the Mount Pleasant, East Vancouver area. For all your real estate needs, you can look for him at Remax Realty. Nick Caligaros Real Estate. Proud sponsor, not just of the athletic department, but the school in general has donated countless number of hours and financial funds to the school and the neighborhood.
So the Tigers take over. Just wanted to mention Boaz Gruno in wearing number 20 for the Tigers. So Morgan looking at a long three, and the shot no good. Peterson with the rebound.
And that is his game. The kid just hustles, hustles, hustles. He's also a spectacular cross-country athlete and track athlete.
Actually, I think I saw him at the Sea to Sky Zones earlier this year at Jericho Beach.
Probably.
Morgan. And it's going to be an offensive foul called for the forearm. I think Morgan a little bit disappointed with that call, but I think
yes,
he'll be
indeed.
okay.
Yes.
So the Lions will restart. Morgan guarding Souls, and it looks like I think Morgan will force the turnover. Souls maybe wasn't quite sure where he was on the court. So forced back over the timeline. .406 to go. 3-point shot on the way. Good for Eric Ty.
And there we hit that 100-point mark. Peterson steals the ball. Here comes Ty. Up to Morgan. And Morgan scores for 2. Here come the Lions. Number 30 penetrates to the paint. Jumper from the corner. Boaz with the rebound, and there is Ty off the rim. Connor battles for the rebound.
Would have been a nice assist there for Bruno.
Yes. He's a big young man, got a big body on him, looking to only in grade 11, looking for finding his way into the rotation possibly next year.
And it's going to be Morgan at the baseline, called for the turnover.
Morgan looking to get his own whistle here. There we are. Magee on elbow extended up to the perimeter jumper, and there he goes again, once again. That young man, that was his spot 2 nights ago. He hit a couple from the corner here this evening. Cooler to Boaz, penetrates, and
just strong, but he'll draw the foul.
Going to the line. We've got 3 juniors out there at the present moment. Young man at the line. Morgan and Cooler.
Perfect first shot there from Bruno. Second shot good as well. So he gets on the score sheet. Tupper, 105-44, ahead of Magee. Avellino for the Lions, and nice tip there by Bruno to cause the turnover, and right to the hoop. Eric Ty converts on that fast break. Souls being checked by Morgan, and looks like Morgan will be called for the foul.
Oh, big steal. And, it's going to go off Magee. Oh, no. Goes after it himself. Good hustle.
He's been in the middle of the play the last few possessions here.
Yeah, good hustle. You can't argue with that. I mean, if he would have just let it go, it would have been tougher. But you can't argue with hustle. You can't argue with hustle. Magee, Soul on at the nail. Crossover. Spin, gets to the paint. Little too much dribble.
Back the other way. Ty open for 2. That one too much on the shot. Rebound knocked off the backboard.
And once again, Peterson getting a hand on it, just not able to squeeze it.
Avellino, a 3. Pardon me, that was a long 2. Hits the side of the rim. 1:34 to go before the end of regulation. Ty just off the mark there with that shot. Nice attempt there to kind of regain control.
I think safe to say he's not afraid to shoot.
It's a Tupper tradition, right?
Yeah, it's a Tupper tradition. Can't score if you don't shoot it. Good defense by the Tigers.
And Grunow has the ball after getting that loose ball. Finds Peterson. Good. And the Tupper bench. I know it's a blowout here, but I think they were very happy for one of their
Peterson.
Teammates.
Yes, indeed. That might be a situation that everybody on the squad has scored. I'm not sure about Scarborough, though.
Grunow.
Oh!
Not a 3. They're going to call it a 3. And so last couple of buckets have really brought the Tigers bench to their feet. 3 ball in the way from Azanovic. Doesn't go. He smiled at that one, so I think he at least had a good shot at that 3.
Give him the ball. Oh, goodness gracious.
So Ty will dribble it out of bounds.
Goodness. Boaz was wide open there. Should have given him the ball.
The Lions will have one last opportunity. I think they're going to go for the hoop here as Zhang Strong and Grunow with another rebound for the Tigers. And that will be it. The Tigers will win the 3rd place game here over Magee. And they will finish 3rd in the 2A, 3A City Championships, senior boys, against the Lions. The final score, 113 for Sir Charles Tupper, 44 for Magee.
We'll be taking a break before we head into the second game at 7:30, the championship game with the King George Dragons versus the Gladstone Gladiators.
So thank you for joining us on this web stream, and congratulations to both teams. And we hope that they will continue to do well in their zone championships and zone playoffs.
Indeed.
And for those of you who want to know what's going on, we encourage you to check out the BC High School Boys Basketball website for updated scores and for schedules and all the information towards the zone playoffs and provincial championships.
Indeed. We'll have a break in Vancouver and Sea to Sky next week, but then everything just heats up right after that.
So more basketball coming up. We will take a break, as Jeff said, and we'll thank you for joining us if you are indeed done with us for the night. But again, thank you to those of you watching, and thank you to everyone who brought this webcast to the air.